this video, and the longer I was watching this video, I really thought to myself, oh my gosh, like, it's really like a terrible message. I thought it could definitely have been done better. First of all, he was saying things like, oh, women should not wear clothes that are revealing. And if it's not revealing and maybe it's like body hugging or, really shows like her figure, then she's in the fault and she's doing demonic things. And, women dress very immodestly all the time, and they complain about the attention, or they complain about the comments, they complain about what other people have said to them or things that people have done to them. And I thought, okay, wow, like, that's very like womanizing, very misogynistic, and really just uncomfortable and highly distasteful to think about and to even hear. First of all, it was really gross. I didn't like watching that video. And then as I was thinking those things, suddenly he says, oh, wearing clothes that are not modest, that show off too much, whether it's body tight, or very revealing, aren't good because it doesn't leave much to the imagination. And I thought, wait, hold on a minute. You are complaining because you're not able to fantasize about possibly what is underneath her clothes? And that is just as perverted, and that is just as disgusting and violating. And I've been on social media recently on TikTok and coming across videos of women saying they don't understand the expression that men say where it's that doesn't leave much to the imagination. And I agree. It's weird because, first of all, let's say a woman is wearing kind of revealing clothing, okay? It probably isn't very revealing at all, I'm sure that whoever thinks it's revealing is just very, I don't know, like maybe they're insecure, or maybe they're just over-sexualizing a person that's just going about their day normally, And someone might look at her and say, okay, like, she's just wearing that and go about their day. But anyone that sexualizes that woman's body will think, oh, she's trying to show it off, or, oh, she's trying to do something like to get attention. And when she wears revealing clothing of any sort, of any kind, it doesn't allow me to imagine whatever perverted things I want to imagine underneath her clothes. And it's very stupid, really, that mindset, because first of all, I can tell immediately that man has no knowledge, does not care about any cases or instances where not women, okay, children, babies have been assaulted. There are all these like really horrendous stories of young women getting raped and assaulted or murdered and all these things because maybe, like in a very uncomfortably sexual way where, there's always a story like that, and there was always two sides to this. One is the side where they're empathetic and they're understanding, and then the other is like, oh, well, what was she wearing that, gave the message that was okay? Well, first of all, babies are not sending any sort of message to anyone. They're babies. They're just born. Like, how can they, sexualize themselves in any way? Like, they don't even know what that is. And it's really upsetting that there are so many cases and instances of babies and children and young girls getting raped or assaulted, and people will still try to find a way to blame it on what they were wearing, what they were doing, instead of thinking, oh, you know what, that's a child, and the other person, the predator, is a full-grown adult that should know better to not do something like that. And so this applies to young women, adults of any kind, older women, all those things. It has nothing to do what she's wearing, because at the end of the day, even if she is dressed modestly, even if she is covered, that is, if anything, more arousing for perverted men, because that way they can let their imagination run wild and they can think anything they want to and imagine whatever they want underneath your clothes. If you're wearing something open, body hugging, revealing, whatever you're wearing, and they think, oh my god, like I can see everything, or like I already know, I have an idea of what she looks like, okay, like they're going to be upset, right? And then let's say you cover yourself, you're wearing like a robe, basically, you know. There are a lot of countries around the world where women cover themselves head to toe and they're still assaulted and they're still raped and they still face abuse and harassment. That doesn't change anything. There are plenty of social experiments about this. There are plenty of real life cases of these horrible things happening. And if anything, if you educate yourself, you'll see that it doesn't matter what you're wearing regardless. Predators will prey, and they will, if they are perverted and if they are psychologically really messed up, they will go and violate someone. And when women are covered up and men that are perverted can't easily see what is going on, they will put whatever disgusting fantasy they have, whatever they're into, they'll go ahead and they'll imagine that on you and do that, because that way they can't see you, right? So whatever they want to put together, like almost like a Frankenstein like image in their head about whatever you could look like underneath, they'll do it. It doesn't matter what you're wearing. And if you're covered up, they'll do it more, because that way they have almost like a blank slate, like empty canvas to imagine whatever they want to imagine on. And that's really disgusting and it's so disturbing. And I just felt so I just felt so disgusted, and I felt that it was important for me to speak out on this. And of course there are many people that know this already, but there are many more people that don't know this, and there are many more people that don't care. Like, they just think it's how things are, and it's not. So what I'm basically telling you guys here, the message of today, is just wear whatever you want to wear. Don't think about what other people could judge you for. Don't think about expectations. Don't worry about how someone else will feel. Like, if you're not out there with spikes that are sharp and deadly and could hurt someone, and you're taping those to your shoulders, like, if your outfit or however you look is not going to harm someone, and you're not intentionally setting out to harm anyone in any sort of way with whatever you're wearing, then just wear whatever you want. You know,